Hey guys, so it is Monday night. Irma was, I don't know, Irma lost her attitude by the time she got to us. I'm telling you, we have had just regular old thunderstorms that were worse. And I understand a lot of the state had it bad. We did not. We lucked out here in our particular neck of the woods. So thoughts and prayers to everybody who's dealing with the real hurricane, strength hurricane. But we in our area were okay. Still waiting on words if there's going to be any kind of federal troop support to augment the National Guard and other states coming in to help. But as for now, the DocP family and all the folks up here are doing okay. And, base is open as normal for business tomorrow. So I want to put this disclaimer out again, too. I'm going to start saying in every video. So I'm going to start doing the Q&A videos once a month or twice a month, depending on how many questions we have. So for all of you that have ever asked me to do a Q&A type video or something like that, email me all your Q&A questions you have for me to this email address right here, QuestionsForDocP@gmail.com. And I've already gotten a handful of questions there, and I'll compile them and put together a video answering those questions. You guys have requested that kind of video a lot. What are we all here for, though? We're here for the conclusion of the Storytime with Doc True or False giveaway number 1. For someone to get this Ganzo knife to find out if the story is true or false. Because this is the first time we're doing it, I'm also going to go over, for the people that, remember I said, say it's true or false and then give a reason why. I'm going to go over those reasonings and kind of explain some of them away, and hopefully that'll help people out on the next video. Here are the stats, just so everybody knows. So overall, 209 comments on the video. There were 105 answers selecting true. There were 55 answers selecting false, and then assorted kind of comments and discussion going back and forth. So overwhelmingly, you guys decided this video was true, and everybody had their reasonings back and forth. So, you guys ready for it? True or false, the story about me sitting on a one-to-one watch with a potentially suicidal patient, and in thanks for the time I spent with her, her little brother, a Big Wig and Pepsi, letting me taste a pre-production batch of Mountain Dew Code Red before it was named Code Red. It is absolutely true. 100%, guys. That story happened. Believe it or not, that happened to me as an ER technician working in the ER of what was then called Franklin General Hospital in Long Island in New York. It was many, many years ago. This happened to me late in 2000. I originally joined the Army and you guys know I'm old, right? So I don't need to hide it. In 1996. I did a stint in the Army before coming to the Air Force. Part of my time in the Army was assigned to a reserve unit in New York, and I balanced my time between the Army medic stuff and working as a paramedic on the ambulance and as an ER technician working in the emergency room. And this 100% absolutely happened. Before we pick a winner, let's talk about some of the reasonings that people thought that the story was false. And maybe, if we look at some of these things, when we do the next series, when we do the next true or false contest, it'll kind of help you guys figure out if the next one is more true or more false, as we go. And I also want to say, by the way, everybody that answered this question, everybody automatically now has one entry into the 15,000 sub giveaway package and, fiesta that I'm planning for when we reach 15,000 subs, because all you guys participated, so thanks. But let's start off, and these are just random things that people said, and I'm not going to call anybody out for them, but paramedics would have better things to do. Yes, you'd think paramedics would have better things to do, but an ER technician is really kind of one of the lowest level positions in an emergency room, and they're filled by EMTs and paramedics. And we, back then anyway, were kind of the jack of all trades, and we could do everything from moving a patient around, bed to bed, to starting IVs and getting blood, to actually assisting with medical care. And one of the things that we would do, rather than take a doctor or nurse off the line, is we would do this one-to-one kind of patient thing if it came up. So yes, they wouldn't put a suicidal person in an empty room with nothing to do. Yeah, we would put them in an empty room with nothing to do, with absolutely nothing around them that they could hurt themselves with. That is a true statement. Patient safety until they're evaluated, and it's a short-term room. They're not supposed to be in, this is not like they're admitted to the hospital and they stay in this room for days at a time. A very short-term solution until they're evaluated by psych and either sent to the psych floor or they're found to be not a psychological threat and moved out of that room. So it's not like they're staying there long-term. Somebody said they thought it was false because I didn't say they were straight into the beds. Restraining a patient is actually a legal and a medical process. I am not allowed to just strap a patient down to a bed as an ER technician. I actually need a doctor's order, just like they would prescribe a drug, to do that. I can't just do that on my own. If she came in very docile and presented as no violent threat to herself or me, I can't just strap her down. That would actually be assault. A lot of people said, talk about body language, or I looked to the left too much, or I looked around too much. It looked like I was reading off of something. I swear to God, I was not reading off of anything. I was looking around a lot. It's the first time we did this video, and there were bugs everywhere, guys. I promise, I was not hiding cue cards or anything like that. I realize now I need to watch every single body movement, all of my nonverbal communication, because now I know you guys are going to be looking for everything. The reason I'm looking this way right now is because I have the list of all the stuff on my computer over here. I am reading off that now to do this. Code Red has been around too long for this story to be true. Code Red was actually released, I had to look it up just to verify. Code Red was released in 2001, which is about 6 months after this event happened, right? So the time frame works out perfectly. It's not something I made up. This is really funny. A lot of the people that said it was true because I had so many details. It was impossible to be fake. So a lot of the people that said it was fake said it had to be fake because I was so specific and had so many details it couldn't possibly be true. So I'm gonna need you guys to get on the same sheet of music and figure this one out. Can't be both. A couple people said there's no such thing as a blank can, or that they would not put soda in a blank can with just like the basic information in it or anything like that. So one viewer, and I'm going to call him out by name because he actually deserves credit for this, he actually found a picture of a Mountain Dew product test can, and his screen name is Rob, which is really awesome. So here's the picture that Rob actually posted in a discussion with somebody. And that picture is almost exactly identical to what I described. The one that I saw didn't have that Mountain Dew product X on it. It just had like a barcode, and it had ingredients on the back, and it had a sample number or a batch number or something. But I mean, it looked almost exactly like that. So it is 100% true that before a product is named and is actually in a production state, it can be in a can like that because they don't have a label for it yet. Somebody else said they wouldn't send a soda out unlabeled. This was not sent out. This was with their what's it called, the marketing people and the focus group people and the research and development people. It wasn't ready yet for the streets. Someone said it's false because they don't think I'm that old. God bless you. Thank you. This is a big one too. I don't want to get into this debate because this is all legal stuff, but mandatory psych holds for suicidal people. I will tell you that there is no state that automatically says that if someone is reported as suicidal, you have lost your rights and you are automatically committed. In every single state, now in Florida we have something called the Baker Act, which is one frame of it, but in every state there is no automatic, you are going to be admitted to the hospital. And in the end of the story I said this woman was not admitted. I also said she went for a psych consult. You can, in the state of New York or any other state, be admitted against your will to an automatic period of days if they think that you are a serious risk for suicide, self-harm, or harm to others. It is not an automatic, though. There's no law that says someone, I mean, can you imagine? Like, all you'd have to do is call 911 and say, my neighbor's gonna kill himself, and all of a sudden your neighbor gets hauled out and is automatically put in a psych ward for 72 hours, right? It all is reliant on that medical professional signing and certifying that you are in fact suicidal. So the fact that she was not admitted to the psych ward does not make the story false. There are lots of provisions to allow that to happen against your will in various places, but there's nowhere in the country, and look it up guys if you don't believe me, where it is an automatic if 911 is called and someone says you're suicidal, that you will be put away against your will. It is an option they have for a doctor to do, but that's neither here nor there. And this also was in 2000, so we're talking 17 years ago, right? So, I mean, you're also looking at laws back then versus laws right now. And looking left too much, constant movement of my body. Dudes, I fidget. Sorry, I fidget. Companies don't do test marketing in urban areas. Okay, I'm not a marketing genius. I don't know. I could tell you that I lived in Orlando for a while, though, and I was approached several times, in big shopping areas to do random surveys and to watch, marketing ads and stuff. I know other people have. I don't know if that one is true or false, but I also did not say, by the way, that this guy was testing the stuff in an urban area. I said he had in the trunk of his car a partially used 6-pack of soda that was used in a focus group somewhere. I don't know where he was testing it. I don't remember him telling me, and I don't remember asking. I just remember he had it. So for all I know, he was somewhere out in rural Pennsylvania, which is, in that general locale, and he just happened to have it, in the trunk of his car, like from the drive back or something. So I don't know. That one could be valid or not. We'll have to look that up. These comments were almost kind of back to back here, and I've gotten them multiple times. The story seemed too practiced, or I told the story perfectly with no hesitation. Do you folks think that I was going to sit down on camera and blurt this out without having rehearsed it and practiced telling it a few times? So yes, I have told this story to people before. And before getting on camera, I did, in the car a couple times and kind of thought it out a little bit. And if you notice, it's a little bit edited, right? So I did a couple takes. I wasn't just going to sit down and tell it to you blind. It doesn't mean I lied about it. But yeah, it was rehearsed. It absolutely was rehearsed because I wanted a good presentation for all of you. They thought it was false because I patted myself on the back too much, but okay, I will answer it with this. There's a joke we tell. How many paramedics does it take to change a light bulb? 10. 1 to change the light bulb and 9 to tell you how they could have done it better, right? So and I can understand this. We would not have called the husband after the woman said he didn't treat her very well. Okay, I understand that. I didn't say he was abusive. Neglect is different than abuse. A husband not paying attention to his wife is different. And in the medical world, insurance and next of kin information is a big thing. So I know there's some details I actually left out here, and that might have thrown you guys off track a little bit. But as we do this in the future, I want you to think down those lines. Just because I'm not giving you every little detail, kind of think about this stuff a little bit. That's what makes these games fun. Or maybe it just makes me an asshole. I don't know. Also, and this is a compliment, said that it's a lie because I said the guy told me not to tell anyone about it, and I did, and I would never do that. We're all young and stupid. And of course, I had a chance to show off, and more so than show off to everybody in the ER, I was so excited to share it with everybody I work with. So yeah, I did that. I was the jerk. All reasons why people guessed it was false. So I want you to take those reasons, and I want you to think about that as we do the next one, right? So it would be great if even more of you were able to guess the right answer for the next one. And I'm torn. I've got 2 different stories in my head. And I will tell you right now, one of the ones I'm tempted to tell is true, and one of the ones I'm tempted to tell is false for the next one. So I'm not really sure. But none of you care about all that. I just thought it would be an entertaining thing to go through that. You all want to know who won, right? That's what you all want to know. So let's get to it. Instead of having names in a bowl, I've got all the names on a spreadsheet in alphabetical order, and I'm going to pull up a random number generator on my phone, and we're just going to do it that way. All right, guys, so you can see here I have all 105 names entered alphabetically, A to Z. I have the random number generator on the phone. Please excuse the cracked screen. I'm just not into getting a new screen protector right now, as long as my 2-year-old is still old enough to pick this up and throw it. So let's go ahead and generate. 54. Number 54. So let's see who we got. We have Jesse Williams. Jesse Williams, you chose the correct answer of the story being true, and your random number came up on our random number generator. So Jesse Williams, you are the winner. Because this is the very first time we were doing this, and not everybody understands, I guess, exactly how I think or knew exactly what to look for in terms of my traits and all that, I want to make this fair. So you know what? Even though I didn't say this in the first place, we're going to take the 55 entries that voted false, even though it was a true story. And you know what? I'm going to give something to one of the false guessers as well. Since they were the brave trailblazers that gave us all those tidbits on things that, reasons why they said it was false that I could look at and kind of explain away that might help everybody else guess correctly in the future. So, 55 on a random number generator. It's really thinking about it. Any second now. We'll just pick a number. Number 10. Who is number 10? Charles Garrity. Charles Garrity, you are our no winner. You're going to get something too. You want to know the truth? I don't know what it is yet. So that's it, guys. I have had historically really bad luck with getting other people to ship stuff for me. I try to do that because I don't want you guys to wait around, but I'm going to tell you right now, this stuff's not getting shipped out till Friday. But what I need you to do is send me an email right there at docp96@gmail.com with your shipping info. I know that there's been a big drama getting the winners of the 5,000 sub giveaway stuff shipped out, and I've talked to some of those people to explain what happened, and basically it was using somebody who was trying to get, you know what, I'm not even going to get into it. Somebody was dishonest, and that shit has been dealt with, and hopefully those people have their stuff on the way by now. And I apologize for that, but I want to make sure that you guys get your stuff directly. So I'm telling you right now, it won't be shipped out until Friday, because in my little town, we don't have a post office, believe it or not. I'll go the next municipality over. But anyway, so I hope you guys thought this was fun. I want to do another one of these. Like I said, I have 2 good stories in mind, one for true, one for false, that I think will be entertaining and will really kind of make you guess, what the answer is on this one. So, one more time, remember, Q&A video coming up. So, questions to QuestionsForDocP@gmail.com. Just whatever random stuff is on your mind. If you've ever wanted to ask me a question about anything on the channel, I made a joke in the last video, you know, you can ask me about work stuff, about F-16s, about whatever, anything. I look pretty rough. It's been a rough few days. I need to get shaven. I need to get clean shaven to put a uniform on for work tomorrow anyway, but I'm going to spend some time playing with boys and getting some rest tonight. In the next few days, I'm going to tape the next Storytime with Doc True or False giveaway. I'm looking forward to it. Hope you guys are looking forward to it too. And Alpha Outpost will be here tomorrow, so lots of fun stuff. Yay! Anyway, thanks everybody for playing. If you didn't get picked, please don't get discouraged. I'm moving at the end of the month, and I have a lot of stuff I got to get rid of, so lots of stuff going on. As always, though, I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome, and I'll be back in real soon.